Hello, I'm Margaret. Today I want to show you how to make a vegetarian lasagna. I've been making this for 20 years for my family. It's been a favorite of ours. And I make it all different ways with whatever I feel like, whatever vegetables are in season or whatever vegetables I can get. It's a recipe that you can put your favorite vegetables in. You can eliminate some, not put all of them in. So today I'm going to start with a leek. And if you've never cooked with a leek, it looks like a big green onion. And you're going to cut off the end, the stalk. Then, something with this leek, you have to slice it down the middle because lots of dirt gets in it. And you have to wash it out. Sometimes, when I first started using them, I didn't know that. And I learned, by experience, that there can be sand stuck inside these little sections here, layers. So I'm just going to rinse this off a little bit. This one's pretty clean. I've seen them where they were just really dirty. And I'm going to slice this up. So I have just two halves. I'm going to lay it the most stable way I can so I don't cut myself. So they're both flat, laying down. And then make sure you have your claw, of course. And I'm just going to do some thin slices. You can put pasta in this. You don't have to put the pasta. You can put kidney beans if you want. That's how I've always had like a minestrone soup. I might put beans in it today, or I probably won't. I'm just going to make it more of a vegetable soup. But if you do want to make it a minestrone soup, you can put your pasta in there, and then you can put some kidney beans in there, and it's great. And I have this clear little cutting board. It works great. And then this right here works really good too. It just picks everything up. It actually has a ruler on the side of it. So if you're baking and need to cut things at a certain length. The next thing I'm going to add is a yellow onion. So I'm going to cut off the sprout on one end, the other end. Okay, I have this peeled. Just make sure you get off all the husk. Rinse it real quick, just so it's rinsed. Then I'm just going to cut it in half. Cut it in fourths, and I'm going to cut it in half again. And I have this chopper that I adore. It just makes my time in the kitchen a lot faster. And it says you can do the whole onion, but I'm not strong enough to do the whole onion. So I cut it in fourths, and it just dices it real nice. See, it's that fast. You got to have some muscle. So I have this whole onion. And then I have some garlic. The easiest way I found to peel garlic is to take my knife flat and the sharp end away from me always, and I just set it on my cutting board, and then I just hit it. And the garlic just literally just falls out of there. And then I have, this was my mother's when she was alive, and this is the best. I've gone through probably 6 garlic presses. I use garlic so much. This one right here, it's a Echo brand. I've never seen another one like it. She must have got it years ago. It is a power horse. It is very sturdy, and it just takes a beating. I can just keep on putting my garlic through there. It really works nice. So I have 3 cloves of garlic. If you don't like garlic, you could just put 1 clove, or not. You don't even have to put a whole clove in there. Just whatever you like. If it's too overpowering. If you don't like the onions, I know a lot of people don't like onions and garlic. My family, thankfully, like onions and garlic because I come from an Italian family, and that we ate onions and garlic in everything. So I'm thankful my family likes garlic and onions. So I'm going to saute these in just a little bit of water. I might put maybe just a little bit of water, and I'm going to saute them until they're translucent, and just make sure they don't burn. Probably a half a cup of water, not too much, but it doesn't matter if you get too much water in there because you are going to be making a stew out of it and adding liquid to this. So I will start sauteing this. Okay, so you can see my leeks, garlic, and onion. They are sauteing. They just started, so we will let them cook a little bit. And I'll add water as I need it to cook them. And I think I told you before, I have a wooden spoon in my pot. You know, with my family being Italian, they always, I don't know why, they always used wooden spoons. And if I used a metal spoon, I wouldn't leave it in my pot because, oh boy, I've grabbed one by accident and it burnt me really bad, and it happens really fast. So a wooden spoon I can leave in here when I'm making soup or whatever I'm making. So I'm just going to keep sauteing this, and we will go on to the next step. My celery and leeks and garlic are still sauteing, and I am running my celery through this little dicer, chopper. And sometimes it gets really hard. You got to kind of hit it hard, and it dices it real nice. So you can see my celery is all diced. I hope you can see that. And then I am going to do my turnip. I have some potatoes to put in there too, but I wait until everything else is done, the harder vegetables, and then I put potatoes in last. So I've washed all the vegetables, and I am just going to roughly dice these, a rough chop. And I'll just put them in my bowl here, and I can add them to my soup. I also have carrots. I have 3 large carrots. Here I'm going to add my, so far I have chopped up the turnip and the celery. And it is still sauteing. Trying to do this with one hand. So I'm just going to let that saute. Next I'm going to roughly chop, maybe slice. Sometimes I dice it, sometimes I just make circles. So I think I'll just make some coin type pieces of carrot. So, and then I have this little scraper that just picks them up very easily. So this is going to be 3 carrots. I also have a quart of spaghetti sauce that I just canned. I've been doing spaghetti sauce for quite a few years, and it just works out really good for our family. So I have a quart of, it's pasta sauce that it's mainly just some spices, onion, garlic, and okay, I am going to add 2 cups of water. And then I'm going to add my carrots. And I'll probably add another couple cups of water. I just wanted to get some in here to get it going. Yeah, 2 more cups of water. So 4 cups of water. I just only have one hand. I'm trying to do this for you. So you're just going to let this cook until the vegetables are almost done. Carrots are almost done. Those are going to be the hardest vegetable in there. And then, right before the carrots are done, then I'll add the potatoes. I have the other 2 cups of water I'm going to add. And then I have my quart of, basically it's stewed tomatoes. I would say that's one of the big cans, what is it, 26 ounce or 32 ounce can of tomatoes, or a couple 15 ounce cans of tomatoes. You could add fresh tomatoes if you want to. So this is a nice vegetable soup. I'm gonna start adding my spices also. For my spices, I'm gonna add some Italian seasoning, 1 tablespoon. I'm gonna add a tablespoon of parsley. If I had fresh, I would add fresh, but I don't have fresh parsley, so 1 tablespoon of parsley. And I am going to put 1 teaspoon of Himalayan pink salt. I love the pink salt. It's like great. Then I'm gonna just let this cook until these vegetables get done. And if you can see that, that looks very good. I like to heavily season everything. If you don't like this heavy of seasonings, you don't have to add this much. I'm also gonna go out on my basil plant and I'll get some fresh basil to put in here. But it's looking very good. I wanted to show you how I like to cut up my parsley. I just went out to the garden and got some parsley. I roll it all up into kind of like a little ball. And then I just take and cut ribbons, dice it up a little bit. So it's ready to put in my soup. There's probably about a good tablespoon packed. See, I hope that lighting is good because it looks very good. So I'll keep you posted when I add the potatoes. I don't think I'm going to add any pasta to this. It's just going to be a plain vegetable soup. My family loves it, and I'll serve a salad with some French bread with it. And it's cold here in Montana. It's October 2nd, and it's cold, and this is a good meal after they've been outside to come home to some nice hot soup. Only for about 20 minutes. And the carrots are starting about halfway cooked, so I feel like I can put in my potatoes now and not have them turn to mashed potatoes. And I took 3 potatoes and diced or heavily chunked them. It's kind of like a stew. I don't know what to call it, a stew, a soup. I think more stew. So I even have a few more potatoes over here on the side that I'm going to add to them because my family likes potato. And it will be done. Here you can see my soup is doing good, and at the end I'm going to add some green peas. And I like to add organic green peas. They are non-GMO. So I had about a cup. And this recipe is so easy. It's like if you want to make it into a minestrone, you can put the red, like I said, the red kidney and some pasta, elbow or some little tiny pasta. You can take and add different things. Fresh green beans are good. Just whatever vegetables you like, and just put it in a base of your tomatoes with your spices, and you just can't go wrong with this recipe. It will be great. I forgot something to show you. Here is a bowl of soup already. It's all done. And if you need to add more salt, or if you are on a low salt, you don't have to add the salt. But here is my soup, vegetable soup, done and ready to be eaten. Okay, have a great evening. Bye-bye.